Guys, welcome to this video on the 911. Now, before I can do what I really want to do today, she's looking disgusted. I'm sitting in the garage and I think she needs to be made presentable. What we always told, never wash your car in sunlight, always use a decent shampoo, which I don't have, and I've had to get it in the shade a little bit to stop it drying like a piece of honeycomb. Totally spur of the moment this thing this afternoon, but the car's a lot cleaner. I couldn't find my chamois. I've had to dry it off with some fresh cotton towels. I'm going to give it a couple of minutes in the sun, get one more wipe round, and then on to the next stage. I think you'll agree, she scrubbed up well. A total of about 10 minutes on this. It was my fastest, probably my worst washing experience ever. But still, beautiful. By the way, for the more astute members of my viewership, I didn't do the wheels because A, I didn't have time, B, I couldn't be bothered, and C, they're not that bad. And the front ones have got to come off because I've got a tyre change on the front coming up very shortly. What's this video all about? I can hear you cry. Is he ever going to get to the point? While I was at work today and the sun was shining and I'm like, really, I've got to get the car out. So I just taxed the car when I got home from work and I'm now taking it out on the road. See how that throttle body bears up. Obviously, I haven't got my rattle in the steering wheel boss anymore. Just going to get it out of the yard and lock it up, and away we go. So it's unfortunate that I couldn't get the roof off because I was on my own, and it's a bit too heavy for one. I was tempted to have a go at it, but I thought, you know what, it's just not worth the risk, and I don't want to damage it. So I apologise if there's a lot of camera wobble because it's sitting on a tripod in the passenger footwell. Hang on, ump. Yep, there you go. This will be testament to the iPhone 16 Pro in terms of how good it is. So this is the first run out since changing the throttle body. I'm running on old fuel. I've got about a quarter of a tank. This stuff's been lying in here for a good 12 months. I'm going to let it warm up nicely, listen out for any strange weird noises, and give it a little bit of welling. This first little drive, I'm just going to enjoy it, so I'll come back to you guys in a minute. First stop, some decent fuel. I can never remember my side. Stuck a bit of the good stuff in it. So I've got my hat on, so now I mean business. I'm enjoying the moment, so let's see what we can capture. Thoroughly enjoyed my afternoon. It's been an absolute blast getting the car out of the garage. It's been a gorgeous day. The sun is setting behind me and the moon is, oh hang on, oh there it is, just by the lamppost sitting up there. Brilliant day. The mosquitoes are out in force, as you can imagine, because it's been so warm. But I'll have another go tomorrow because I've got the bug. What a beautiful end to the first day out on the road in 2025. With me 911. You don't have smelly vision, but those tyres smell hot.
The very next morning.
Good morning, it's day 2 of my drive about. Saturday morning, 20 degrees, and I'm going out for another little drive. And today we are heading out to a place called Dengie, which is sort of Bradwell way out in Essex. Car's running like a dream, no faults come up yet. And I've not had the throttle drop out. And I thought I might have got one yesterday. It's probably going to take me a little while to be convinced that I've actually cracked the issue. So let's get out to the countryside in Essex and we'll see. I had a number of comments regarding the fact that I thought my issue was throttle body in the first place, only because I've pretty much done everything else. And a lot of people said it was, one or two people said it was related to the MAF sensor and a few other sensors here and there. And they were sort of putting it against their symptoms. A lot of people appear to have the same problem, although I've not heard one that's exactly the same as mine, or mine was. I never have experienced any erratic engine performance, stalling, coughing, spluttering, you name it. I'll try and demonstrate it. Let me just get round here. Let's do this roundabout. There are no symptoms in terms of performance, acceleration, deceleration. There's nothing like that. I'm going to try and simulate what it was like. And it was a little bit... There's a car behind me now. Okay, so this is the best scenario I can give you. And that's what it does. It drops out. You take your foot off the pedal and it's back to normal. But fortunately, it hasn't happened yet. We're off to Dengie, Southminster, Essex. It's 18 miles away from here, it says.
Prepare to keep left after half a mile.
Thank you. in Dengie, Southminster, which is not too far from Bradwell. Great driving roads, gotta be said. Just wish I knew where I was. Oh, left or right? I think it's got to be a left, isn't it? Let's go for it. As far as the iPhone 16 Pro is concerned, I've had this phone now about 3 or 4 weeks. And I've got to say, I think the camera is pretty good. When I started looking at a new phone, my old phone, the battery was dying, it wasn't really lasting throughout the day, particularly if I used it a lot. And I also wanted to get a decent camera of such to make videos. But the trouble is, you know, I put a video out generally like once a month, something like that. Recently, been a few more floating about because I've got the bug again. I thought, you know, if I spend £500–600 on a camera that I'm going to use a dozen times a year, it just didn't ring sensible to me, and I don't like wasting money. So that's when I thought, I did a bit of homework and looked at reviews and stuff on the iPhone. I love the iPhone anyway. You know, my last phone was an iPhone 14. Good grief. I've never had a new one, and going by the price of them, I know why. But no, it's been incredible. They say the battery lasts like 5 times longer than the old one. I don't believe that for 1 second. I've had issues with low battery come sort of like 12–16 hours later. So it's on charge now as we speak. So the battery, I don't feel, lasts very long if you're using the phone. Hang on a minute. Oh, Jesus, I think I turned right there. So I'm going to go this way. Trying to find somewhere to eat. But I think the iPhone 16 Pro is a great phone in general, and it's also particularly good in terms of its video and its cinematic video. There's so many features on it that I haven't even discovered yet, but in terms of value for money for what I do. Oh, I am actually in Tillingham now. There's a pub there, look, Fox and Hounds. Right, I'm going to stop here for a minute. So yeah, just to finish up the bit on the iPhone, brilliant. Expensive, yeah, but in terms of if I'd spent £500–600 on another camera separate, which I'm going to use a dozen times a year, whereas the iPhone, I use it every day, and I love it. So here we are in what must be the centre of Tillingham. There's a little pub over there called the Fox and Hounds. Should we pop in there for a cup of coffee? And the bells have started ringing for us. Beautiful day. So I've decided to not have a drink there. Instead, I'm going to go on to Bradwell. As lovely as it is, I've just pumped the coordinates in. It's not too far away. I was going to
After
say,
1,000 feet, turn right.
she's very rude. I was going to say, I haven't seen a cyclist all day, and then all of a sudden I've just seen two lots.
Left after half a mile. 800 feet.
Right, this is Bradwell-on-Sea. Oh, it's King's Head there, look. Is that a pub? That's a church thingy bobber. East End Road. If there's a wrong turning to take, you can count on me to do it. The end of the road. Fish and chips. Motorhome down here. Got to love a camper van. I would never have thought, you've got to walk to the beach. I'm not doing that. Today is not a walk day, it's a driving day. God help us. Let's take a look around. So this is the Heybridge Basin on the Black Water, and there's two pubs here and a couple of restaurants as well. So still I haven't eaten. That was a bit of Heybridge. So I'm going to say that's about it from me on this one. It's been absolutely amazing. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Totally out of character for me. Not the sort of thing I normally do, but finding my feet in terms of I haven't got enough cameras really. Particularly when I like to stick them in engine bays and stick them to the front bumper of the car and drive them around a lane like a crazy person. But still, thoroughly enjoyed it. Hope you've enjoyed it too. Just an insight. Now I've got the car out on the road and that I have found my love for my 911 all over again. So thanks for watching this one. We'll see you soon